Joe, I know what you're here for. Let's get to that sports talk, baby, and another day to talk about sports. A good day to talk about sports. Y'all know
Yes,
what
it
happened.
is.
Y'all know what's going on. Y'all see what's going on the screen. Lions beat the Packers in a good one. They go for it on fourth down. Jared Goff almost trips, and then he hands it off to Montgomery. And you know Dan Campbell's aggressive, very aggressive head coach, probably the most aggressive head coach. He goes for it on fourth down. They lead the league and going for it on fourth down and actually converting them. I don't know if you could do these kind of aggressive things, Vince, in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They kind of hurt them against the Dallas Cowboys at one point. It hurt them against the 49ers at one point. Y'all beat them in the playoffs last year. Can
Both of
he
those
keep this
games.
up? Can he keep being aggressive like this and winning games? As you can see, they have been, but in the playoffs, can they still do it?
Yes, they can. They're a legit team. They're 100% for real. The only thing that scares me is them going up against a Buffalo or a Kansas City.
Yeah,
Because those
yeah,
defenses are
Buffalo.
just yes,
I,
Detroit's good. Buffalo's and Kansas City's defenses are a different level.
Nah, most definitely. And I think the team that's going to give them work is probably the Philadelphia Eagles because they kind of play that similar type of
They play
style,
so
type of
similar.
football. Yeah, Nick Sirianni, he goes for it a lot on fourth down as well. That game is going to be a lot unless, Philly comes out and loses in the first round or something like that. But that's the type of matchup we would like to see going forward. I don't want to see it because I'm in their division. You know what I'm saying? I hope they get beat in the playoffs at some point and they don't get that far. But they Detroit kind of had a solid first half. They was up in the before half, like 17-7. It looked like they were going to run away with this game. And then Jordan Love in that offense, you know what I'm saying? Matt LaFleur, he can call up some type of plays and he can get it going. They got it. They got it going in the first half. I think Dan Campbell was right. If you give them the ball again in the second half after, and you don't get it on fourth down, or you punt it, or you kick the field goal, I think Green Bay
Yeah.
they go down there and score. They were playing lights out in the second half. So you got to finish them while you got them down at that point. Coming into the game, Jared Goff 6 games over the last 3 games, 6 touchdowns over the last 3 games. They had 13. They have 13 players on IR as of right now. Kind of crazy because they're still playing lights out. For some reason, their next man's up or are All American B1 big dogs coming up. You know what I'm saying? They signed Zadarius Smith at free agency. They got some big dogs on the
They
in on the
traded for
second string,
Zadarius
third
Smith.
string. Yeah, yeah. You know
They
what I'm
didn't
saying? They got some.
He wasn't a free agent. They traded him for him from the Browns.
So how do you feel? Because you're a team with a lot of injuries. They have 13 players on IR. Does it is this a compliment to Dan Campbell in this franchise on how they keep having their team as the best team, 11
Absolutely.
straight wins, and they have 13 players on IR? It's kind of crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing that I've seen that tells me this team can't go all the way. Like, and I'm dead serious. Yes, my team
Yeah,
beat Green
me
Bay
too.
and the Lions last year, but the Lions, most of that game were winning. They are absolutely for real. There's no doubt in my mind.
Nah, no doubt about it. I think that
There's
they're definitely the favorite to win the Super Bowl. This is their
they're one
second
of they're
straight time.
they should come out of the NFC.
Nah, most definitely. Most definitely. They should come out the NFC and right. And if they don't represent the NFC, what would you call it? Would you call it a fail? I think it's an absolute fail if they don't.
The Lions again never won a championship. I don't know if I call it a fail. I can't hold them to the level I hold a KC. I just can't.
Yeah,
You got to get there
understand
first.
it and understandable.
Yeah, you got to get
Understandable.
there first. Is how I look at it.
Yeah, yeah. You got to you definitely got to get there first. Uh, I feel as this which they should come out. I think it out to me. I know Van says not disappointed. I know this team hasn't been here a lot of times throughout their career. Uh, their second straight playoff berth, back to back years since 1994 to 1995. So as Vance's point, they haven't been here and done this in
They
a
went
while.
once with Stafford. Think about
That
that. The greatest quarterback in Lions history. They went once.
exactly. So you could, like Vance said, you could tell they haven't been here before. But these guys are legit, man. These guys are definitely legit.
Out about
And have
I think.
yeah, they're looking to have Aiden Hutchinson
in
back
Detroit because you look like such a different
for
player
the
right now.
Sure,
in
yeah,
the
I've grown a
Super
ton.
Bowl. That's what they're looking at. He's
It's just
starting to
a
walk.
lot of
He's
hard
not
work,
even
just
on the
working, trying
boot
to get
no
better. And
more. Like it's kind of
since I've got
crazy
here, I played some
to
pretty good
kind of
ball.
think
Don't feel
about
like I'm
it.
playing the best ball of my life right now, and got to keep going.
But
If you're talking, you might want to pause that. Yeah.
these guys, these guys are really
They're
good. These guys
legit.
are good. Dan Campbell said, I just felt like we needed to end it on the offense. Campbell said, I did not want to give the ball back, and I believe we could convert. I trust the O-line, and I trust David. I would trust the O-line, too.
I agree. I think yesterday, Jared Goff's not young. He's younger, but he's not young. I think we're going to see a Green Bay team, and my Niners team especially is older, but we have a young quarterback. I think Green Bay, Detroit, and San Francisco will battle it out for NFC supremacy for a long, long time. I really believe that.
Nah, definitely,
Those three teams,
definitely.
and Minnesota looks good too in the same division. If they get their stuff together, which there seems like they are, they got great receivers. Those four, I think, three in that division and the Niners. If they get their stuff together, they could absolutely fight it out for Super Bowls for years to come.
Nah, most definitely. I feel like the four teams on the NFC side, you got Eagles, you got Detroit. On the AFC side, you got Kansas City and you got the Buffalo Bills. I think those are the four teams that at the most will be in the Super Bowl.
I would have said Houston a month ago, but Baltimore or Houston, but I just don't trust them now.
Yeah, Baltimore. I just don't trust them. When we get to Baltimore in a second, as Deontay Johnson got suspended, Houston. No, I definitely don't trust them. CJ Stroud hasn't played the way he hasn't played the way like he was in the rookie season. So
a month ago,
put him
if you
up
asked me
there.
that a month ago, I probably would have.
Nah, most definitely. Jared Goff, he played well in this game, won an interception in the second half. As you can see, like I said, Green Bay started the ball out in the second half. Josh Jacobs, he had 3 TDs on the day, which is crazy. You be lucky if you get one in the NFL if you're a true, even when you're a true starter. You feel me? 283 yards on the day, 3 touchdowns, 32 for 41. Jordan Love, he didn't have too much of a great game, 12 for 20, 206 yards. But like I said, Josh Jacobs, he gets you 3 TDs. You kind of got to lean on him.
When you have a guy like Josh Jacobs, you don't need J Love to go off. You just don't.
Yeah. Half of J Love's yards went to Christian Watson. He had 114 yards for Christian Watson. He had a big play in the second half. Jahmyr Gibbs, you know the duo, the little Sonic duo they got going on. They going back and forth and whatnot.
The one thing that you and I have caught on to more and more is when you have a bad matchup, Christian Watson, great player. It was a great matchup for if you're Green Bay, you keep going to the guy that you think can beat the other team. I used to get annoyed at that, but I've grown up enough that if you have a good matchup, Jordan Love to Christian Watson, you exploit as much as you can. When you told me half of his throws were to Christian Watson, I get it. He's your best receiver. I 100% get if you have a good matchup, use it.
Yep. And I see some of y'all in the chat. Y'all put y'all comments in the comment section for y'all boys. Hit that like, hit that comment, subscribe. We will be on all the time after prime time games. We respond to them. We will pop your comment up on the screen. How do you feel? Who's the biggest, the rival to take out the Lions going forward into the playoffs? They get that playoff berth. They're one of the only teams. I think the Chiefs got a playoff berth and the Lions got a playoff berth. And I think those are the only 2 teams that really got a playoff berth. Like I said, Lions played a really good game. Nice job, guys. Go Lions. Hey, look, I respect the Lions because they ain't been there before. I'm a Commanders fan. We ain't done nothing in a long time, like since 1996 when we won a Super Bowl. So, hey, I'm on the Lions bandwagon too, bro. It's some of them bad teams all time starting to become great. We like to see it. We want to see these same teams being in here and in out. Like I said, I don't want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl again. So Lions, y'all do whatever y'all got to do to take those guys out if y'all make the Super Bowl. Shout out to Chris.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. I'm surprised you didn't know this, Dino. Your last Super Bowl was 92.
Yeah, 90. We had 3 ripping. You know what I'm saying. We got Doug in there. all those guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 2012 RG3 guy. That's why I became a real fan. Shout out to Chris joining the chat. Hey,
also it makes sense. You are from DC.
Yeah, I'm from DC. A healthy Lions team is the best. The only thing that will stop them is injury. Yes. You got 13 players on IR. I'll tell you all
about it. Shit.
Yeah. He's a 49ers fan. He could tell you all about it too. Shout out Chris. Yes, bro. Y'all, the only thing that will stop y'all is injuries. 13 players on IR is not gonna cut it. You can't have any more than what you got now. Hopefully, y'all pray that y'all don't get any more guys, especially y'all legit big stars, like because you already got Aiden Hutchinson out. That's a huge blow. But even though y'all got Zadarius Smith through trade, Jahmyr Gibbs, y'all need those David Montgomery, y'all need those guys to stay healthy, especially them. And that running game is pure. Jahmyr Gibbs is a one-of-a-kind talent, definitely one of the best receiving running backs in the NFL, and I give him his flowers because he played a great game. He had a good little Texas route for a touchdown for Jared Goff in that game. That was a good one. Do you think, Vance, in the next couple years, it's Green Bay's time to get back into that NFC Championship, that Super Bowl, like because they're 9-4, they're pretty young, they got a lot of stuff going on. Do you think their year will be the next couple years?
I do. Now let me put it like this: Green Bay fans aren't going to like what I'm going to say because they know it's true.
Facts, Chris. Chris. Shout out, Chris. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, Chris, and you keep going, Vance.
So Green Bay will have a chance if they don't play the Niners in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every time we've played them, we've beaten them the last 5 times.
Yeah,
If
facts.
they have a shot if they somehow miss us or if we get knocked out.
Nah, for real.
Like I'm not being rude. Green Bay's a original franchise. They're one of the greatest ever. For some reason, they cannot beat the team in Northern California. And I'm not saying that to be rude. They just can't. They
facts.
Have a shot, though. No, 100%. Anyone thinking less is dumb.
Nah, facts. The Green Bay definitely has a shot. They always got a shot. For some reason, how they develop quarterbacks is one of the greatest things and mysteries of all time. These guys,
think about this.
For the last 40 years, you've had the best quarterback.
In like 35 years, you went from Brett Favre, Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers,
yes,
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Jordan Love, I'll be honest, I didn't expect him to be what he is. I don't know how they do it.
I'm 1,000% with you, Vance. 1,000%. I did not think Jordan Love was going to be that good. I did not think he was going to be that good. But when you're sitting on the bench that long, you got to have some type of. You guys have some type of.
Yeah. But think about this: if you're Green Bay, there's some secret sauce that they have.
Nah, for a fact,
they've had 3 straight great quarterbacks.
Nah,
the Niners, in my opinion, the greatest quarterback ever, Joe Montana. We had Steve Young at the same time. Then we had crap until Kaepernick. And I like Jeff Garcia. No. Jeff Garcia is nothing special. I love me some Jeff Garcia. He's nothing special.
Yeah. So, hey, look. They walk off with a close one, man. And we probably could see this matchup going forward into the playoffs. I like these Packers-Lions matchup, the division rivals. You know what I'm saying? These guys put on a show. This is one of the best, I would probably say the best Thursday night game we've had so far. We had Monday night with the Browns and the Broncos. That was really good. And now we got Thursday night with the Lions and the Packers. We've had some good. This probably the best games on prime time this week. Keep bringing them. We like the games on prime time. We got Christmas coming up. We got some Christmas games coming up. Shout out to everybody.
What would be a matchup you'd want to see this year on a primetime schedule? Like 2 teams.
Two teams?
Assuming health, we'll put it like that.
Honestly, I can't wait to see that Steelers-Ravens game. I want to see that. I want to see the Steelers-Ravens go back at it. Even Russell, he got a lot of smoke last year, y'all. He got a lot of smoke. So, hey, look, you got to give him a respect where respect is due.
I got to ask you a question. Have you come around a little bit on the Steelers? Because I know you didn't trust them early because you said bad teams. and they beat the Ravens on field goals, but we didn't think the Ravens would play that bad. Are you coming around on the Steelers, or are you still kind of iffy on them?
I'm coming around on the Steelers, bro. Mike,
just be honest.
I'm honest because, like I said, in the last couple years, they had Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph. They really just needed a decent quarterback. Their defense has always been really great. TJ Watt is always in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. Y'all want to call it Miles? Yeah, y'all want to call it Myles Garrett, whoever you want to put up there. But TJ Watt is always the front runner at that. And Mike Tomlin is a Super Bowl winning coach. I think, what is he at? I don't know if he's like 13, 14 straight. Don't quote me on that. Like winning seasons. Yeah, it's like something crazy. Something crazy like that. But
so you are
last question for this topic. Will the Lions win the Super Bowl? I know we kind of talked about it more. We got a lot of people in the chat. Put your comments in the comment section. Shout out to Divine Mercy. Divine Mercy. Good point. Shout out to you, Divine, for joining the chat. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, y'all. And we respond to all comments. Y'all throw y'all comments out there how we feel about the Lions going forward. Do you think they will win the Super Bowl? And is this the Lions' year to take home the Lombardi? Vance.
I said it last year and I'll say it this year. I don't know why. I just think it's too early. I don't know
early?
Why. And I was proven right last year.
It's like a lot of things. It's like some of these teams, a lot of great things happen, go their way, and then you know what I'm saying. This is not like in NBA Finals where you can play seven games, and you can go to a game 7. People say it's nothing like a game 7 in the NBA. In the NBA, there's nothing like a game 7 in baseball. Exactly, Vance.
It's literally 100%. March Madness. One game make or break.
One game make or break. You can have one bad game. Jared Goff can have one bad quarter. Yeah, one bad quarter. Because we've seen Jared Goff would throw 4 interceptions or 5 interceptions in the game.
Look at example, Green Bay, Dallas. That game was over at halftime.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So I like the Lions. I do think they will win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. Right now, I don't know why. I think it's early. Just too early still.
Too early.
And if you're the Lions, you got to do it quickly for one reason. Green Bay's coming. Minnesota's not going anywhere. The Bears may get better.
Yeah, Minnesota's really nice. That's a good point. Bears might get better, yes.
Bears may get better, and Green Bay's already good. So you got to, if you're going to do it, you got to do it soon.
Yeah, for a fact. For a fact.
Good.
But moving on to our next topic, Bill Belichick is now getting a head coaching interview for North Carolina. How do y'all feel about Bill Belichick coaching college? Do you want to see Bill Belichick coaching in college football, or do you want to see him get the record in the most wins as a football head coach? Don Shula with 347, Bill Belichick 333. Do y'all want to see him get the record, or is it time to move on? Is it time to move on, Bill?
I don't think he will. I don't think he belongs in college. Because I don't think, not that he won't recruit well, because he will. There's no doubt in my mind he would recruit well. But he's this kind of all-powerful, like he wants all the power. And young kids are, if a young kid doesn't get his way, he's just going to go to the transfer portal. That's why I think the NFL is better for him, because you're dealing with adults. Whereas if they're not starting, they know one guy gets hurt, I'm playing. In college, it's if you don't start, I'm gonna leave.
Facts. Shout out to Divine Mercy. Yes, the Lions in the next 2 years. This is the window. For me, with Bill Belichick, I think for me, the game is getting younger. We got mobile quarterbacks. We got great defensive players.
He's still a great
Bill Belichick, though. I'm not questioning him. He's still a great coach. He should have a job somewhere. I think Bill Belichick should be a defensive coordinator. I think he should be a defensive coordinator.
I'm honestly shocked he didn't get a job this past offseason.
Yeah, he's trying to make his way back in the head coaching spot. I think it's time that, like I said, when Tom Brady retired, Aaron Rodgers, it's time for you to go. That whole era, Bill, all these guys, it's time to move
Eli,
on.
Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, all those guys.
Yeah, exactly. The era has changed in NFL football, and Bill Belichick.
You mentioned Big Ben. Do you feel the same way about Mike Tomlin though? Because he coached in that era.
That's a good.
I'm trying to be
man.
fair here. Because Sean Payton,
yeah, you definitely fair.
Yeah,
definitely
Sean
fair.
Payton, Sean Payton, Broncos. Mike Tomlin.
I think
the
thing about with Bill Belichick and Mike Tomlin, it always comes back to this, and it's always going to be this point here. You did not win without Tom Brady. Mike Tomlin, he's won with Mason Rudolph. He's won with Kenny Pickett. He's won with Big Ben Roethlisberger. You remember when Big Ben, he was starting to decline, and then they went 11-0. You remember that season? They went 11-0.
And then the Bills beat the brakes off of them.
And then the Commanders gave them their first loss.
The Commanders and Bills, the Commanders and Bills the Commanders and Bills just beat the brakes off of them.
Beat the brakes off them. But that's what I'm saying. Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton. Sean Payton has done a really good job.
I'm just saying, him and Drew Brees.
Yeah, him and Drew Brees was nice. What he's doing with Bo Nix, I give him his credit. So Sean Payton, a part of that era with Bill and Tomlin. Shout out to Devon Mercy. Subscribed. Yes, sir, Ski. We got to subscribe in the chat. Shout out to Devon hitting that subscribe button. Y'all hit that subscribe button for me and your boy Vance on today's episode of Inside the Lines. Like I said, Bill, great coach. I think he should have a job. North Carolina, I don't know. I would like to see him with maybe a bigger school.
Do you think? Well, that is a big school. Michael Jordan.
Yeah, North Carolina is definitely a big school because yes, that boy MJ went there and a couple other guys.
I just don't think
Chris Alar, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Shout out to Chris in the chat, Vance. Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris. What do you think? Do you think he? I don't think he would work in college. That's just me, though.
Who? Bill. Bill. I don't. It don't seem right. Y'all tell me in the chat. It just don't seem right. I don't want to see Bill. It's like I'm on it kind of like 50-50 on it. I don't want to see Bill in college, and I don't want to see Bill be a head coach in the NFL football. You got. What does he have? 8 Super Bowls or 7? I think it's 8.
Oh, 8. As a head coach or as total?
Like in a total as a head as a coach, right? 8.
As a head coach, he's got 6. As a defensive coordinator with the Giants, he's got 2.
So yeah, 8 total for Bill. So he's had success in. He should, like I said, defensive coordinator for the guy. I think defensive coordinator is his best position. Don't make him the GM again. We seen what happened with that. I don't think he should be coaching the offensive side and bringing in anybody to coach the offensive side. Let your staff upstairs, your president, or who you got going on to bring in the offensive coordinator, a young offensive coordinator, and if Bill Belichick is going to be the head coach, let him be a head coach, will also be the coach of the defense, and that's it. He shouldn't even be touching the offense. We seen what you did with Mac Jones and the crew down with the Patriots, and even your guy Robert Kraft. He had to put his head down and let you go. He had to tap you on your shoulder and say,
now, if you have a guy like Trevor Lawrence, then I would say go for it.
Oh, yeah, we keep covering. We covering all sports, all prime time games, everything going on. And the Lions going to be in some deep playoff runs. So, yes, sir, you see us talk about the Lions a lot.
I do think, honestly, Dino, if they say not Sean Payton, Jags head coach, Doug Peterson, say he's gone, and you can go get Bill Belichick, I would do it. I would say it like this. You get Belichick if you have an established quarterback.
Nah, facts. You get Belichick if you have it established. He has to go to a starting type caliber. I like him with the Chicago Bears job. I don't know. I know that Ben Johnson. I think they said Cliff Kingsbury is the head front runner
because I don't think Caleb would want to follow the way that he coaches. I just don't.
That's what I'm saying. It's the coaching style for him. It's the coaching style. I don't know. Bill has to. He has to be.
Yeah, Chicago. I get it because they have Caleb, but Caleb can be a diva, dude. And Bill is anything. What was Bill's? Okay, you as someone who's watched the NFL as much as I have. What was the Patriots' motto for all those championships?
It's the Patriot way, and then that's what it
literally was. Do your job.
Yeah, that too. Patriot way and do your job. But you see a lot of the players they say, oh, I played for Bill.
Yeah.
Well, we played for Tom,
Yeah.
and Bill was just our head coach. That was
like,
it. So that was kind of the.
If you're
okay.
Caleb, I just want you to think about this. If you're Caleb, and he said to you, and the management said to you, "We're going to go get Bill, but you got to play the way Bill wants you to." I don't know if he would do that. He's a diva. I've watched him in college. My dad, I'm a USC guy. My dad,
Caleb Williams is a crybaby.
He came to America. He came to California. My dad's a USC fan. I've watched USC games. Caleb just doesn't strike me as a guy that wants to be coached that way. That's why I think you and me don't believe he'll be this great Andrew Luck type guy. Yeah,
facts. And that's the bottom line. Shout out to everybody who's in the chat, who just joined. We talked about the Lions and the Packers today. If you want to go back in the chat in the video and watch that, where we talked about the Lions and the Packers and all that, put your comments in the comment section. We respond to all comments. And if you don't join in while we're live and comment in the comment section, put your comment in the comment section after the video is done, because I will respond to that. Next, Rob Gronkowski, he almost became a duo with Joe Burrow. He said he liked Joe Burrow. Let's listen in a little bit on what Gronk had to say about his missed call or whatever he had going on.
And then I get a text message, Joe Burrow. I would love it for you if you came.
I don't know if y'all can hear it.
It's kind of hard to hear.
When Malcolm.
Let's see if we can get the video going. But I already know, some of y'all already know, Joe Burrow texted Gronk. Gronk kind of got prank called during the draft at some point, some player, and he got pranked, so he didn't want to answer the call. Joe Burrow texted him, say, "Hey, look, I would like to play with you." And Gronk didn't even know. He met him at a party, and then Joe Burrow was like, "Hey, man, you didn't respond to my text message," and damn, he was kind of pissed off about it. But it was time for Gronk to hang up the knuckles and hang it up right there. For some reason, audio's not working, so we'll kind of moving a fast pace right here. Deontay Johnson has been suspended a game. He will not play one game. He won't be suspended for this week because they're on a bye week, of course, but he will be suspended for the New York Giants game. He didn't check in. How y'all feel about him not checking in? Should they even had traded for Deontay Johnson? I don't know why you even trade for a guy that you're not even going to give snaps to. You didn't even give the guy.
I don't mean to be rude to the Ravens. That's the reason he didn't want to play, because he's not practicing well. You're not giving the kid reps. I get it. Like, would I do what he did? No, but I get why he's mad.
Most definitely not.
I'll put it like this. Would I do what he did? No, but I get why he's mad. 100%.
Yeah, and like I said in the comment section on one of the ESPN posts, you probably tried to put him in when the game didn't matter. So he probably felt some type of way, like, put me in and give me some snap.
What kind of work is that?
Yeah, but my problem with Deontay Johnson is, and we can get to this point. Look, bro, you've been with the Panthers. You had problems in Pittsburgh about effort issues and stuff like that. When is it going to start to be you? You know what I'm saying? Just do what you were in a Ravens program, hardball, and that the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? They stand.
They're a great.
That's what I'm saying. They're great organization to play for, and they're definitely a stamp in history. Baltimore Ravens. So at a certain point, it has to be you, Deontay Johnson. Sometimes you got to get your act together. Just if they ask you to go in a game, go in the fucking game. I mean, if they ask me, shoot, go meet. If they ask me to go in a game, shit, I ain't doing shit. I want this check. Shit, what are you talking about? I'm bullshitting. I ain't doing shit. I'm sitting on the side. And if you're not getting enough snaps, you would think the guy wants to get in the game.
I think the thing for me is, at what point does the entitlement stop?
Yeah, facts.
I'm not trying to be rude. At what point do these pros say, I made a lot of money, I don't want to do it anymore, I'm done? If you don't want to do it, retire. I'm not being rude. It should be about the team, not what.
Nah, facts. And
There's a
I'm
reason.
with you
There's a
1,000%.
reason some players succeed. There's a reason some organizations succeed. Look at Cleveland historically. The players they've had, and I'm not being rude. Josh Cribbs, Josh Gordon, Odell. They've
Yeah,
had a bunch of self-centered players. There's a reason they don't go far.
nah, you're definitely 1,000% right on that. How y'all feel about Deontay Johnson being suspended, man? You just traded for this guy. I mean, you just got this guys to add to your receiving core to make your team a little bit much better across the air. Lamar Jackson kicking himself because he had a lot of running lanes in that last game that he lost, and it seems like they're going to be running the ball. Deontay Johnson just doesn't fit the scheme. He's a receiver. He's a guy that probably does not want to go out there and block. He wants to catch passes, but that's your job. It's your job to go out there and block. It's your job when the coach says get in the game. You are the player to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I see why they suspended him there. You don't want the other teammates to follow along with him. And hey, look, if you want asking to get in the game, the coach asks you to get in the game, and now all of a sudden we can say no because Deontay Johnson said no, and he didn't get no consequences. And plus, they're going against the New York Giants in that week, so he's really not needed. And maybe you get him some play cards. You give him another week to kind of give him acclimated into the situation and their offensive scheme and whatnot. But hey, look, you got to play when your name is called. Okay. Let's go off topic. Okay. I know you're gonna be sad for this one, Vance. I know you're gonna be sad for this one.
What we got?
Just hold up right quick. I know you're gonna be sad.
I know what it's about.
We off topic right now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a little fun. R.I.P. to Disney Channel.
That's not real, by the way.
No, I thought yeah it is.
Nope. Disney confirmed it's what's actually happening is it's not really going away. It's becoming.
Look.
Here's what's happening. I'm a media kid. You know that we're the same major. It's not really going away. Here's what's happening.
Okay, tell the viewers what's going on.
So my professors were telling us about this today in class. It's not really going away. It's just going to the streaming service.
Yeah, streaming service. Well, basically, it's taking off channels.
It's leaving cable. It's not really dead.
So basically, yes, Disney Channel is being shut down. R.I.P. Disney Channel. No, so the channel is gone, but it's going to stream. It's going to Disney Plus. Disney Plus. I get what you're saying.
It's not Cartoon Network dead. It's cable TV dead.
Hey, but we gonna rank. Hey, look, what's the number one show growing up? You know, I was kind of like a little Disney XD guy too. You know, Phineas and Ferb, number one all the time. You know what I'm saying? I might gotta slide. Jesse was pretty good too. Jesse was pretty good too.
I like Jesse. I like Girl Meets World was good.
Hey, and Sweet Life and Zach and Cody.
Austin and Ally, I like that one.
Austin and Ally was tough.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nickelodeon, I thought was that was more my speed. I liked more shows on Nickelodeon. Disney had, I'll put it like this: Nickelodeon, I watched for the TV shows. I watched Disney for the movies.
Nah, facts.
Like the Disney Channel, like when they would make Disney Channel original movies. Yeah.
Hey, Wizards of Waverly Place has to be top 3. Has to be top 3. No, Wizards of Waverly Place. Good Luck, Charlie. The movie.
Did you see
nice.
Did you see they make Wizards of Waverly Place came back? It's on Disney. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, I seen that, but it'll never be the same. I know they would make it start to make Shrek 5. Yeah, she is back, but you know what I'm saying. She not prime like she's supposed to be. Prime time. She ain't prime time right now. She ain't.
But I will say, like, to be fair, yeah, Disney Channel, for those that don't know, because Dino and I went to the same college. I'm still in college. He's since graduated. But yeah. Dino since graduated. I'm still in college. He was a year older than me. Were you 2 ahead of me or 1 a year ahead of me?
My battery cut out. But
were you 2 ahead of me
one.
or a year ahead of me?
I think just one.
Okay. So yeah, he graduated. So anyway, Disney's, those who don't know, it's not really going away like Cartoon Network's just done. It's off of cable TV. It's Disney Channel will stay as a stream. It'll be on the streaming service now.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
a lot of little kiddios watching Miss Rachel and shit. So
because when I first saw that, I was like, I was like, "There's no way that's real." I look it up again. I'm like, "Nope, that's real."
Nah, I'm with you on that. 1,000%.
Background.
All right, we back up, baby. We back up. Moving on from off topic. We're a little off topic, but we about to get back.
Background, bud.
I'm gonna put it back on in a second.
Okay.
All right, we got Shedeur Sanders rolling around Legion Stadium. It looked like the guy, he might be going to the Raiders. How do we feel about this? Is Shedeur Sanders looking to make his way to the Las Vegas Raiders? Will he be with a Giant? Will he be this or that? But it seems like the guy, he wants to be a Raider. How do you feel about that? Would Damian Pierce be there? Would the team be different? What else?
You may disagree with me, and that's fine. I want to see him where his dad is not coaching him. I really do. He's coached him in high school and college. I want to see Shedeur away from Dion. I have no problem with Dion. Dion led my team to an NFL championship. I have no problem. I want to see him away. I want to see him with Antonio Pierce if he goes there. What he can do with AP, not what he can do with his dad. I have no problem with Dion. I just don't want to see, like, at some point, you got to leave the nest. What do you think?
I'm 1,000% with you. I think it benefits his career if his dad is with him. But they just got the number 2 recruit quarterback recruit. They've got a lot of commits there, a lot of high profile guys to commit to Colorado. So it seems like Dion is not going anywhere, and Shedeur is definitely has to leave the nest and has to go to a program to where, man, you can do it on your own. Damian Pierce, he's a pretty decent coach. His team is not that great. He didn't really do a good job this season. This is the reason why Shedeur is thanking God on Twitter every time they lose a game, so he can be with the Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm surprised he wants to be a Raider, and that's no slight.
Yeah, because the Raiders aren't that good, but I'm not surprised because the Las Vegas Raiders are a great market. They, like I said, they're moved to Vegas now. Shout out my boy 3 in the background if y'all could hear him. But yeah, you got to leave the nest, man. I get what you're saying, Vance, on that one. I definitely get what you're saying. You got to leave the nest at some point. Which y'all tell me? It's just Shedeur. Y'all put y'all comments in the comment section. Respond to all comments. Should Shedeur go to the Raiders? Will he land with the New York Giants? Either way, he's going to be on the high market. The market.
No, he is.
The teams the teams that are in the market right now are definitely high profile. So I definitely can see him in the Las Vegas Raiders jersey. I don't think it looks bad. I think it's a good market for him and his dad, who's a great head coach. I give Deion Sanders his props. Great head coach. You a
question. Where would you want to see him? I have my opinion.
I like this.
Brian like this. Brian Daboll is a hell of a coach. He needs the right quarterback.
Yeah.
Giants for me.
Yeah.
I know you probably don't want that. I know you probably don't want that, but Brian Daboll can prove he can coach. I'll tell you why.
I just think they go for Travis Hunter. I just think the Giants go for Travis Hunter.
They need a quarterback, though, because we both said they're a quarterback away.
They do need a quarterback. They do get rid of Daniel Jones, so that it makes a lot of sense. The analytics say they go get a quarterback.
We both believe, and we both have talked. We believe they're a quarterback away. Now, what I will say is this: Brian Daboll is a good coach. Here's why. This year notwithstanding, who was he an offensive coordinator for when this player had his best season this year notwithstanding?
The flag or something? It's like, come on, bro. Like that's sick at this point.
Josh Allen.
Just fishing for content.
The year Josh Allen got second in the MVP voting in 2020.
That was very disturbing.
Best year,
because then
this year probably
what I feel bad for is like it's genuine people that are out there that read the media that don't know it.
Yeah,
you know,
I just think
they believe the type of lies,
I can't hear. Okay. What I was saying was Brian Daboll's a good coach. They need a quarterback, the Giants. If you go get him, it's not bad. You go get Cam Ward, it's not bad. Milrow. But my whole thing is Daboll can coach. He just needs his quarterback. He didn't want Daniel Jones. He had no choice.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, they did keep Daniels an extensive amount of time, but that's because of the contract. I like to see Shador where he wants to go. I know Dion will put him where he wants to go. I think the Giants have just destroyed not every quarterback has been there because Eli had success at the back end. He was pretty bad. Then Daniel comes in. So Shador's market says Giants because he's a type of guy who likes the camera. He likes the action. But it's the media will end up eating you alive. It will. That New York media is pretty bad on young cats and people who don't get it done. But what the Giants have been through with Daniel Jones, you don't want anything. I think the ceiling is low right now for Shador Sanders because the Giants have been so bad as of lately. So he could come in and say they have a decent year, 8 wins. Say 8 wins. I think that's a success for the Giants.
That's a
You gotta,
good stuff.
It's like, come on, bro. Like
exactly. I think you get 7, 8 wins. I think that's a good year because the years they've been going through have been horrifying
what I feel bad for is like
for them.
Genuine people
And
that out there
Shador
that
wants
don't
it all.
know
He
us,
wants the camera. He wants the lights. He wants the
the type
action.
of lies
And
and the type
he's
of things that the narrative
pretty good guy.
and some people
What am I
Okay.
hearing in the background?
You're hearing
That's
3
okay.
or
Yeah.
that's what you're hearing.
It was
Okay.
Shador, I think.
Will LeBron James retire after this season? Lakers not playing well. They have the same record as they did with their last head coach. Forgot his damn name. It's gonna come to my mind in just a second. But LeBron has his lowest percentage in shooting the 3-point. Scoring wise, I think he's averaging 18 points a game. Starting to slow down just a little bit. They're talking about cutting his minutes. Will LeBron James retire after the season, Vince?
I'll put it like this.
Do you think?
And this is gonna hurt you. He won't, but he shouldn't. He won't retire, but he should retire. He's played bad the last couple games. It might be a slow streak. It might be a bad stretch. He's not going to retire, but he should retire. I'm gonna die. You're not, and you could ask me a month from now, a week from now, a year from now. I'm not going to change my mind. He's not going to, but he should. You've done
it. Honestly, it just depends.
What more do you, if I'm LeBron, I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to make people think you're the GOAT. You're not going to win 2 more titles to tie Jordan. You're just not. I'm sorry. I think even you, diehard Laker fan, do you believe in your heart of hearts, and please be honest, that the purple and gold will hoist a trophy at the end of this in the next year to 2?
Most definitely not. Most definitely not. Most definitely not. Unless they make a big bona fide trade for a third
Denver.
star.
You're not beating Denver.
You got to. That's what I'm saying. They always get around the Nuggets and don't know how to beat them. 2 years ago, they were in the conference championship. Could have went to the NBA Finals, but we're talking about LeBron in year 40. Yes, he's putting up high. He's still, even though he's at his low percentage, he's still playing better than some stars out there.
That's my thing, bro. Is it's like, I don't mean to be rude because
he's just not playing. He's just not playing well.
All-time leading scorer, 4 championships, 4 MVPs, 1 scoring title. He's not my GOAT, but
listen,
I'll be damned if he's not top 2. But here's my thing. LeBron is trying to prove to people that he's the GOAT. Now, people believe it. Some people believe he is, some people believe he isn't. But I don't think, I'll put it like this. In a roundabout way, I've heard this from someone I respect. He's trying to play till there's no doubt he's the GOAT. It's not going to happen, but he's going to damn well try. I
Yeah.
don't know what you think.
He wants that fifth ring. I think he wants that fifth ring to seal it up, get him that fifth ring. But he's done. He's
So
already
they're
done
gonna
it, man. You
find a
don't
way
really
to
have to
fix.
prove. You don't really have to prove your point to anybody at this point on anything. So LeBron, yes, he's at his lowest point in his career, but he's still playing decent. But his team is not winning more games than they were last year. Even with JJ Redick, they're bringing in JJ Redick. They're bringing in these new head coaches. I think it's starting to become their players. When is it the time we're going to question their players around LeBron, around Anthony Davis? Yes, it's a little bit of LeBron, but when are these other young guys going to step up? Yes, LeBron's at 40 and you would still want to expect him to lead the
The
team
only
and be
way
dominant every single game. That's not.
the AD's playing like an MVP. If he can keep that up through a whole year, which I don't know if he can,
Sorry, Anthony Davis. So
then you have a shot. But he has to be like that for a full year.
Nah, facts. And y'all tell us in the chat. You comment in the comment section. Will LeBron retire this year? I think he does. It just depends on what type of year they have, but I think he does. I mean, his he just wanted to play with his son this year. That's what he said. He wanted to share the court with him. Now his son is in the league. Now that type of that buzz is gone. You know what I'm saying? You remember that Bronny buzz, Vance? Remember we had that Bronny buzz and then
I heard it. I didn't buy it.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of buzz around him and Bronny being on the court, and now it's kind of blown over. Now Bronny is not like a huge talk like it was, and now LeBron, he is the GOAT to me. People could say Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Kobe, R.I.P. R.I.P. to another one of the GOATs. Look, Michael Jordan, still one of the GOATs. It's just eras, you know what I'm saying? He's the GOAT of this era, and LeBron James is at his lowest point in his career. And will he retire? I think yes. I think LeBron after this year will retire. Remember, we had some surprising retirements. You remember Aaron Donald out of nowhere. Nick Saban out of nowhere. Nick Saban retired. And that shit was out of nowhere. LeBron, I don't think this is going to be out of nowhere. I'm kind of expecting him.
If you watched his whole thing, Nick Saban explained why he retired. He said kids weren't.
Yeah, he explained why he retired, but it wasn't surprising when he came out and retired, though. I thought it was surprising to me. Might have not been to you, but still, it was surprising to me. But when he explained it, it made sense because NIL kind of deferred his position
because he goes, players don't want to play for me. They want to. The thing that I respect Nick Saban for,
they want the money.
I respect why he retired. He goes, they don't want to play for me. They want to play for the money. He goes, I don't recruit you for the money. I recruit you to play for me.
El Martinez. Shout out to El Martinez in the chat. LeBron going to retire because of P. Diddy.
That's honestly accurate. There's a lot going to come out with that.
I'm not sure, but LeBron's the type of guy that he will cover it up. But shout out to El Martinez in the chat.
Not to get political. I'm a political guy. Dino knows that. Not to get political, Dino. He was at a lot of those lists with the Diddy parties. A lot of the pictures that
they were pretty good friends. They were pretty good friends.
And I want to tell you something that I also found really interesting. Remember how LeBron's no longer on social media?
Yeah. And that because of that lawsuit with that Netflix and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, not even that.
We got to get to all that. We got to get to all that.
Real quickly. What happened the day before?
I'm not sure what happened the day before. I forgot.
Diddy got found guilty.
Oh yeah, Diddy done for. I don't know what's going on.
Diddy got
ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Diddy party, yep.
Shout out to El Martinez. He's funny as hell.
Here's my thing. Diddy got found guilty, and then LeBron just out of nowhere just goes off social media. That's not a coincidence to me. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot going around that situation, but you know, like El Martinez said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Shout out to El Martinez. Hit that like, hit that comment, subscribe for your boys. We'll be on here. We got college football coming up. We got Sunday. We got Monday Night Football. It's a lot of sports going on. We are on at 7 p.m. On Mondays. We're on at 7 p.m. on Fridays. We're on at 7 p.m. on Sunday too. Sunday, Monday, Friday. No, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Tuesday after every primetime game, we are on at 7 p.m.
No,
Just know that you'll find your boys. Turn on the notification bell. We be on.
I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna let our audience know. Sunday, I may not be on because I'm on finals week as a senior.
Ooh. How you feeling about them finals, Vance? How you feeling about the final? You feel confident or what?
I'm confident. It's the projects I'm not because it's a group project, so I'm relying on other people as well.
Oh man, that could be some bullshit too.
You had Humphrey, you know.
Yeah, I know. I had Humphrey. You know what I'm saying? Group projects. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get that person that's not doing nothing, and you could be up. Vance will be up all night doing the whole project.
I had to do it last semester. A week ago, I had to do half of it.
Yeah, and you're a good person, and you're not going to say that. So you're just going to do the work and give everybody.
When we grade the group, I will.
Yeah, fact. But hey, finals week for Vance, y'all. Hey, send your prayers out for Vance for finals week in college. Won't have Vance on. Maybe have just me on or something like that.
I'll let you know ahead of time.
Yeah, Vance let us know. But shout out to all the topics we had going on. If you wasn't here and you just joined the chat now and you didn't look at the topics throughout the day, we had Lions, Packers with a 34-31 with a show. That was a good show. Packers tried to come back and they couldn't come back in that one. Dan Campbell went for it on fourth down. Jared Goff trip. It could have been a disaster, but Montgomery's a very physical back. Got the first down and Bates ended with the field goal. Shedeur Sanders, he might be going to the Raiders. Deion Sanders will say no to teams that don't develop right. So we don't know where Shedeur is going, but he looks like he wants to be a Raider. LeBron starting to fall off a cliff just a little bit. There's a lot of seasons. There's the 82 games in the season, so maybe the Lakers can turn it around. What else we had? Gronk and Joe Burrow. They seem to they almost played together. I don't think he comes out of retirement, though. A lot of people wanted him to play, but he took a lot of physical. He was a physical guy. Bill Belichick, head coach, interview for North Carolina. Would you like to see him break the NFL record as in wins? Do you want to see him be head coach in college football? Y'all tell us in the chat. We will be back on here Sunday at 7, just in case, because Vance has college finals, so who knows what we be on, but put on that notification bell and we'll be back on. Shout out to El Martinez in the chat, shout out to Chris in the chat, shout out to Devon in the chat, all the people who joined today. Much love to y'all. I thank y'all. God bless, baby.